Hello everyone, this is part 14 of What If Naruto Was Like Edward Elric in Fullmetal Alchemist, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to share, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Join my membership, the perks are great. It's in the description. Naruto and Jiraiya had been moving for the better part of 3 weeks or so since the attack within Konoha's gates. Naruto, while still depressed over his utter defeat by Itachi and Kisame, got over it and immersed himself into his training shortly after it was revealed to him what exactly he would be doing to get stronger. Flashback, day after Akatsuki attack. Naruto and Jiraiya were back on the road after a night spent in a small town inn. Having been told the previous day about a new jutsu, Naruto was slightly restless. As they were traversing across the countryside, Naruto finally took it upon himself to grill Jiraiya in his training. Okay, Ero-senin, you said you'd teach me something that would help me get stronger, so what do you have for me? I'm ready for anything you've got. Jiraiya chuckled and looked at the boy as he was grinning in excitement. I mean, last time you taught me how to summon giant toads, so I can only imagine what you've got for me now. Oh, I know. You're gonna teach me to fly or something, right? Jiraiya bursted out in laughter as a voice rang in Naruto's head. Seriously, Naruto-kun, what is it with you and flying, huh? Naruto frowned. Oh come on, Kyuubi-chan, you know it would be cool. I'm still counting on some way to do it somehow. Jiraiya calmed down and stopped them by a tree. No Naruto, I won't be going that big with your new technique, but it's still damned useful all the same. It's a combat jutsu known as the Rasengan, spiraling sphere. Naruto looked up at the man. Rasengan, huh? You said it was an attack jutsu. What can it do? Jiraiya smirked as he formed a blue ball of chakra in his hand as Naruto went bug-eyed. Whoa. Chakra so strong you can see it moving. Jiraiya walked over to the tree and ran the attack into it, carving out a good chunk of the tree trunk. Naruto was almost salivating at the sight of the jutsu as Jiraiya went into an explanation. This attack makes a highly compressed ball of chakra that you ram into your enemy. I like to see it as being close to Chidori, but I think it's a better jutsu. Chidori has too many requirements and detriments, hand signs, and the tunnel vision it causes for those without Sharingan, not to mention how fast you have to really be for it to be effective. Jiraiya walked back over to Naruto and patted him on the shoulder. No, I think this jutsu will be perfect for you. All it requires is that you mold the chakra the right way to use correctly, and when you master it, your Uchiha teammate can't copy it. Naruto grinned widely. Well then this will fit right with me. I wanted an attack he couldn't really copy and that looked really cool. So let's get started then. End flashback. As they walked towards the next town, Jiraiya explained the concept of the jutsu and how learning it would be broken down into 3 steps. The first step would be to pop a water balloon, which had taken him a few days to get down, but he eventually solved it with help from an outside source. It had taken him a week to get step for the second to go right, which was bursting a rubber ball. However, he eventually got it again with a little help from an outside source, this time from Jiraiya himself. Flashback 2 weeks after leaving Konoha. Naruto and Jiraiya had come to a stop by a major roadway intersection. As Naruto continued to work on the rubber ball, all he could manage to do was to punch a hole in it. Frustrated by a lack of progress, he walked over to Jiraiya, who was seated on the ground making marks on a map. As he walked up to Jiraiya, he sat down and pulled out another ball as he looked over to the white-haired man. He began focusing his chakra as he asked him a question. Okay, so I know we're looking for someone, I figured that much, but I never really found out exactly who we're supposed to be looking for and why the hell they're so hard to find. Jiraiya looked over at the boy focusing on the ball in his hand. He saw Naruto was slightly sweating as he worked on the step. Jiraiya reached into his pocket and began to talk. She's a Sannin like myself, she was trained by Sarutobi-sensei just like me and Orochimaru. Naruto gritted his teeth as he grunted out a response. Well, if she's as old as you, she's probably some old granny, I bet. Finding some old woman shouldn't be so hard. Jiraiya chuckled as he reached into his robe and pulled out a picture that he slid in front of Naruto's face as he was working. Naruto's eyes focused on the photo and he dropped his jaw. What? No way is this the lady we're looking for. I call bullshit. Jiraiya laughed at Naruto's reaction. I don't know if she'd be angry or flattered at you for that response. This is Tsunade, the woman we're out to find and bring back. Naruto let the blood flow to his head before he subconsciously forced the balloon to burst. Jiraiya blinked. Hey Gaki, you finally finished step 2. Good going. Naruto quirked an eyebrow as he grabbed another rubber ball and tried the same thing. As he forced a pressure to his head, the ball exploded in his hands. As Jiraiya stood up, Naruto rose with him. Well, now that that's done, we can get moving. I'll tell you about step 3 as we walk. Naruto grabbed his gear and he followed Jiraiya down the road. Well, hot damn then. End flashback. The third step ended up being trying to confine the size of the Rasengan to the size of a small balloon to combine the steps. This process had ended up eating up the remainder of their trip to the point at hand. Naruto and Jiraiya were headed towards Tanzaku town in order to follow up on Jiraiya's current lead on Tsunde's location. As Jiraiya looked over his student's progress, he was amazed to see Naruto actually holding the shape for a second or two before the balloon inevitably exploded. Jiraiya quirked his eyebrow at this scene. The kid is going through this way faster than I thought he would. It's amazing to see it happen. Jiraiya got Naruto's attention. Hey Gaki. Naruto looked up at his master as he continued, you got all of these steps really quickly. It took me 3 months to get this jutsu to work and it's almost done for you after a few weeks. Naruto shrugged, I don't know, I have been water walking for over a year. Big Boss really got me strong before he was forced to stop working with me. I don't know what I would be like if he didn't get me trained up before graduating. Naruto pulled out a balloon and blew it up. Not only that, but using Kyuubi-chan's chakra actually helps me get my base control down better. Jiraiya quirked his eyebrow. How? I thought that having so much chakra would make it nearly impossible to control. Naruto looked up in a reflective fashion. Well, since I've been training with it, I've been using my jutsu with it so that I could use them in real fights without too much trouble. She said that doing that and being able to rein in so much of her demonic chakra to properly use the jutsu I attempt so that they don't blow up in my face is actually a really good chakra control exercise. I've been doing that since the month before the Chunin exams, so I guess that's why I have such kick-ass control, all thanks to her. Naruto smirked as he heard Kyuubi's voice. Love you too, Naru-kun. Thank you, Kyuubi-chan. Naruto rubbed his head. Still, being trained by Big Boss really did help. Even back when he was a rookie genin, he trained me. I really appreciate what he did. I have to repay him one day. Jiraiya pondered over Naruto's words. That boy's brother got him prepared. I wonder if there is actually a limit to what I can actually teach him. The Kyuubi in him actually lets him use its chakra freely, and he is a very capable fighter, able to fight a Junin and win just months out of the academy. This brat has serious potential. Naruto held the balloon as his jutsu coursed through it. As a smile came on Naruto's face, the balloon exploded in his hand. Damn it, I was feeling it that time. Jiraiya put a smile on his face as he looked back out onto the road. This kid is definitely going to be an interesting one, I bet. XXX. The pair arrived in Tanzaku town by nightfall. Naruto had put up the balloons for the day as he and Jiraiya walked through the town. Naruto huffed at the old man. You really do give me useless information, you know that. Jiraiya snorted in exasperation. Kid, my advice is useful. You have fangirls, and you're just coming into your own manhood. They are all willing to get with the town heroes, so why don't you and your brother take advantage of that? Naruto glared at Jiraiya. Ero Sennin, Big Boss is dating Haku-chan. Even if he was a scumbag and was actually stupid enough to cheat on her, she would encase his scrot in ice like she did to me, if not worse. Jiraiya cringed at that thought as Naruto unconsciously grabbed his groin area upon recalling a bad memory. Jiraiya recovered and smirked. Yeah, well, what about you? Naruto narrowed his eyes. What about me, you lecher? Jiraiya grinned. What about you and your hero status? Those young ladies are wanting for you just as badly as your brother now. Naruto snorted. Fuck that, they didn't give a damn beforehand, so why would I want any shallow bitches like that now? Back then they didn't want me, I couldn't even be far enough away from them for their tastes, and now I can see why Sasuke had his attitude for them. Poor bastard had to deal with that every day. But anyway, I want a girl that likes me for me, not just for the fact that I'm getting my props right now. Jiraiya nodded. Like the Hyuga girl. Naruto nodded. Yeah, like Hinata. Wait, what? Jiraiya chuckled as Naruto tried to stumble back over his words. No, not like that. I mean maybe. I mean no. I mean, if she wanted to, I would. I may stop confusing me, Ero Sennin. Jiraiya chuckled. You've got it bad, Gaki. Good luck. Naruto fumed in silence as Jiraiya directed him off to the side. Alright, let's get a bite to eat before we turn in for the night. As they walked into the tavern, Jiraiya's eyes focused on a familiar sight in a green gambler's jacket. No way, this was too easy. As they got closer, however, his hunch turned out to be correct. Tsunade. Tsunade stood up from her booth in the tavern. Jiraiya. What on earth are you doing here? Jiraiya feigned surprise at seeing her as he took Naruto over to her booth. Why does it have to be something suspicious? Why can't we just have been able to find you on coincidence? Tsunade, who to Jiraiya already seemed a little inebriated, actually allowed him to with her and her companion. Jiraiya sat and let Naruto take the outside seat as Tsunade looked the blonde boy over. So Jiraiya, who's the brat? Naruto slumped in his seat. Why the hell does everyone always say that crap when they meet me? It's ridiculous. Jiraiya smiled as he patted Naruto on the shoulder. This is my new apprentice Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto smiled and nodded at the ladies in the booth. The black-haired woman with Tsunade smiled at the boy. Hello Naruto-kun, I'm Shizune and this is Tun Tun. The pig in her arms oinked in affirmation. Tsunade downed another cup of sake. This is your new apprentice. He sure seems like a real step down from the last one you had, Jiraiya. Jiraiya chuckled while Naruto gritted his teeth. You might be wrong about that, Tsunade. Honestly, the kid just keeps surprising me. Don't count him out. Tsunade eventually got sick of the reunion. Alright, enough with the pleasantries, Jiraiya. Why the hell are you here? And don't give me any catching up bullshit that I know you'll start to spout. What do you want? Jiraiya grabbed a cup and poured himself some sake. Never could get one past you, could I, Tsunade? Fine. Jiraiya downed his cup and sighed before he continued. Sarutobi-sensei wants you to come back to Konoha to become the Godime Hokage. Naruto's shin hit the table as he spasmed in surprise. Really? This lady is really that important that she's going to be the Hokage? You didn't tell me that when we left or even when I asked you about it. Tsunade snorted. Well, you can go tell him that I decline. There's no way that they'll get me to go back there. Especially for that job. Naruto looked stunned as she took another drink from her cup. Naruto cocked an eyebrow in confusion. What? I don't get it. Why would you not want to be Hokage? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I'd take that job in a heartbeat if I could get it. What is your deal, lady? Tsunade smirked at Naruto as she took another sip. I don't want it because every single Hokage has been a fool to take that job. Naruto dropped his jaw in disbelief, but Tsunade just continued. All of the previous Hokage were all killed before it was their time. And the Yondaime Hokage, he was the biggest fool of all. Naruto suddenly felt his ears burning as she carried on. Hokage? Ha, as far as I'm concerned that's a sucker's bet. Anyone that even wants to take that job is a damned fool. She closed her eyes smirking as she finished her rant until she felt a gust in front of her. As she opened her eyes she saw a metal fist shaking in front of her face. Jiraiya was holding onto Naruto's right arm when he shot over the table to punch Tsunade in the face. Damn it, Naruto, calm down. Jiraiya was actually straining to hold back the metal appendage. Damn Gaki, you're an ox, aren't you? Tsunade stared into the glaring eyes of Naruto. What's your problem, brat? Getting cranky staying up so late past your bedtime. Naruto snapped back at her. Shut the hell up, you bat. As she reeled back from the verbal barb, Naruto continued. Every single Hokage knew what they were getting into. They knew that they couldn't put themselves above the village and died for their people gladly. And if I had to, I would too. That's what being a ninja for your village is about, in case you forgot. Tsunade narrowed her eyes. Who do you think you're talking to, you little runt? Do you know who I am? Naruto didn't falter. I don't give a damn who you think you are, because all I see is an old lady that lost her spark a long time ago. Shizune stiffened as Jiraiya sighed. Kid, you really like shooting your mouth off, don't you? Tsunade grabbed Naruto by his collar. You and me, outside now. Naruto snatched himself out of her grip. You don't have to tell me twice, old lady. As they stood across from each other in the middle of the street, Naruto hopped on his toes to shake himself out while Tsunade just stood with her hands on her hips. All right, brat, I say that I can beat you only using one finger. Naruto sneered at her. Have I ever told you how much I love being underestimated? Naruto threw his cloak off and revealed his entire arm. Tsunade raised an eyebrow as she watched the boy stretch out before their encounter. Kid, what kind of a gauntlet is that? It's massive. Naruto paid her no mind as he continued to stretch. It's not a gauntlet, lady, it's not any kind of weapon by nature, it's my arm now, it's auto mail if you didn't know. Naruto knocked on his gauntlet causing a clanging noise. That's the good stuff right there. Tsunade opened her mouth to speak but Naruto cut her off. Okay, so let's get this over with, I've got places to go and people to see. Time to get an ass hupping. Tsunade motioned for him to come with a smirk. Naruto threw his hands in the air in a nonchalant fashion before clapping and slamming his hands into the ground to force rock from the ground up into Tsunade's face. She narrowly blocked the attack with a finger as shock came over her face. Naruto grinned widely at her. You like that? Because I'm not even getting started yet. I'm no pushover lady. Naruto ran in to attack her as a smile came on Tsunade's face. That little idiot actually thinks he can fight me hand to hand. Naruto shot in with a low kick to her legs that she dodged. She tried to counter using her finger to chop downward at Naruto as he pushed himself back and rolled out of harm's way. As he looked at her he found that she had made a crater with her finger. Naruto's eyes widened as he looked at Tsunade blow on her finger while grinning at him. He pointed a shaky finger at her. WHWH, what the hell was that? Jiraiya answered for him. That is one of Tsunade's specialties. She loads up her chakra in a body part of her choice and releases it directly on point of contact with a target. You got lucky that you moved Gaki. Tsunade gloated over Naruto's expression. If you're that scared to keep on fighting then I guess you're just a brat that wants to play ninja. Naruto gritted his teeth. I'm not a genin, Gigi promoted me for a reason, because he knows that I'm good. I won't let you talk down to me just because you like living off of your past glory. Naruto lifted his fist into the air. For those of you not in the know, I am Naruto Uzumaki, the Fullmetal Alchemist. Shizune widened her eyes. You. I heard that the Fullmetal Alchemist beat the Tsunade's Jinchuriki single-handedly, even after his full demon transformation. Naruto smirked. That would be me, so I guess it's time to show you just what I can do. Naruto made a clone and began running towards Tsunade in a crisscross pattern. Both clones spoke as they ran forward. Which one is the real me? Can you tell? Tsunade snickered at this ploy. Bunshin. That's the best you've got to beat me with. That stupid academy technique is all you've got. As they drew close Tsunade hit the ground with her finger and made a fissure that forced one of the Narutos to slip up. As the other Naruto simply ran past her Tsunade walked up to the Naruto on the ground with a smirk. What a stupid idea. I'm a Sannin, you rookie. A stupid move like that won't work on me. Naruto looked up and gave Tsunade a dark grin. I'm sorry, the Naruto you're looking for isn't here right now. Please leave a message after the boom. The Naruto on the ground exploded with Tsunade at ground zero as the real Naruto watched from a decent ways away. You really shouldn't underestimate a person like me. I've lived through half of the battles I've been in because people like you kept looking past me. Ask Zabuza Momoki, Reiga Kurosuke, Neji Hyuga. Hell, ask just about any person I've ever fought who's not dead. I don't lose. A figure shot out of the smoke and rushed at Naruto. The figure, which turned out to be Tsunade, had an angry look on her face as she took furious swipes at Naruto with her finger. Naruto whipped it into full retreat as he leapt back while narrowly dodging Tsunade's assault. Naruto lifted his right arm to collide with Tsunade's finger. As a massive clang rang out, Tsunade cringed but spun to deliver a backhand strike just as Naruto started gathering chakra in his left hand. The shot sent him flying and as his left hand hit the ground a swirl-like marking was left on the ground. Tsunade saw this and turned to Jiraiya. Jiraiya, you actually taught this kid the Rasengan. Jiraiya shrugged. Hey, I can teach him what I want, he's my student. Naruto stood up as Tsunade kept up her rant. He'll never learn it. That's the Yondaime Hokage's jutsu, a kid like that will never get it. Naruto spit dirt and gravel as he looked at Tsunade. Screw you lady, I can learn any damn thing I want to. What do you know? I can learn the move, I swear it, and I never go back on my word, that's my nindo. Tsunade rubbed her eyes before her attitude came back. Gaki, I bet that you can't learn that move in a week. Naruto grinned. Whatever, what are the stakes? I'll know if this is even worth it. Tsunade grabbed her necklace. I'll give you this necklace if you win. Naruto gave her a deadpan look. I'm not really enough of a fruitcake to be that coerced by jewelry. Jiraiya slapped his face. Gaki, that necklace is worth 3 mountains and all of the gold you could find inside of them. Naruto shook his head as if to say, so what? I don't care, what the hell would I do with it? I wouldn't sell it, and Big Boss would bust my balls if he caught me wearing it. Tsunade pondered for a moment. If you win, I'll also come back with you to Konoha, and I'll admit that you have what it takes to become Hokage. Naruto raised his eyebrow. And what if I lose? What do you get? Tsunade chuckled. If you lose, then you have to give me all of the money in your wallet. Naruto immediately cut in. Deal. Tsunade wasn't finished. And you have to give up your stupid life goal of being Hokage. Naruto put his hand on his chin in thought. Okay, you've got a deal. 1 week. Tsunade laughed as she turned to leave. Good luck, brat, you'll need it. Shizune, let's go. As Shizune caught up with Tsunade, they were both stopped by a shout. Hey Barkin. Tsunade turned with a vein on her head. What the hell did you say, brat? Naruto put out his right hand. Pay up, please. Naruto formed the blue sphere of chakra and grinded it into the ground, carving up a considerable chunk. That's game, Barkin. I win. Tsunade looked speechless as Jiraiya ran over to Naruto. When the hell did you finish it, kid? Naruto shrugged. Honestly, I was just going to show her what I had so far and tell her how long it had taken. Seriously, I didn't see this coming at all. Naruto tried to make another in his left hand and succeeded. Ha yeah. It wasn't a fluke. He scratched his head. I guess I work better after I get my ass kicked or something like that. Tsunade looked on in surprise. I really didn't put much stock into him and then he just blows my bet out of the water. She smiled as she looked down. I guess this kid will be pretty interesting in the future. She walked over to Naruto and put the necklace around his neck. I'm a woman of my word, kid. You win. Naruto smiled as she awarded him the victory. She gave him a kiss on the cheek. You really showed me, I guess. I hope you actually pull it off and become Hokage. Naruto nodded and put a hand on her shoulder. Well, you can see it happen firsthand when we all go home. Tsunade sighed and looked at Jiraiya. Fine, we'll stay the night and then we'll head back to Konoha. XXX. As the group began to walk along the plains leaving Tanzaku town, Tsunade and Shizune found it hard not to have a kind of pep in their step as they watched Naruto walk ahead of them with a sense of accomplishment. The widespread good feelings from the group were short-lived, however, when a voice familiar to all made its presence clear. Coo. Hello Jiraiya, Tsunade, my dear old teammates. Coo. Hello Jiraiya, Tsunade, my dear old teammates. Jiraiya and Tsunade froze in their tracks while Naruto took up a defensive stance along with Shizune at the revelation of the current threat. Tsunade took note of the empty sleeves on Orochimaru's shirt. As Naruto noticed where her attention was being placed, he smirked. Hey Orochimaru, are you grabbing life by the horns? Orochimaru sneered at Naruto as a hiss came from his throat. Damn you, child, you and your bastard brother. I will kill you both. Naruto feigned shaking in fear before flipping Orochimaru off. Tsunade stopped the pissing contest between the blonde Chunin and the armless Sannin. Orochimaru, what happened to you? And why are you here? Jiraiya cut in. I know why he's here. He wants you to see to a surgery that will give him his arms back. Isn't that right, Orochimaru? Orochimaru chuckled. You're not the same Barker you were all those years ago, Jiraiya. Yes, my dear Tsunade, I would like to enlist your assistance to healing my arms. Naruto lashed out. You can't do that, Barkin. This asshole deserves not having any goddamn arms. I wish the gate would have ripped your black rotten heart out instead of your pasty flimsy arms. Naruto smirked, although I bet Big Boss was grinning from ear to ear when he actually called out the gate right. Orochimaru slowly began seething in anger as he remembered Joshiro actually was grinning as he summoned the Gate of Truth to rip off his arms. Kabuto tried playing mediator. Please, Lady Tsunade. I myself am a decent medic ninja myself, but we require someone of your own expertise for such a delicate surgery. Naruto squinted as he recognized the silver-haired man in purple. Hey, you're that Kabuto guy that gave all of my friends that damn info on me, aren't you? Kabuto chuckled as he adjusted his glasses. Ah, Naruto-kun, what is a cute little genin like you doing out so far from home? Naruto smirked as he lifted his cloak to reveal his Chunin vest. Sorry, you four-eyed traitor, but I'm not just some cute little genin. My ass got promoted for stopping your stupid invasion. Kabuto humphed. You're still just a pawn in the grand scheme of things. You're still just a baby ninja. Naruto threw his cloak over his shoulder to reveal his arms as he prepared for a fight. I won't really argue with that, but just remember that even a pawn can kill a king, Kabuto. Everyone is mortal. Orochimaru attempted to appeal to Tsunde's weaknesses, but Tsunade, I can bring back your brother and your lover from the dead. I will do this for you if you simply heal me and give me my arms back. Tsunade recoiled. Dan, Nawaki, can he really do such a thing? Jiraiya growled, you're absolutely low, Orochimaru, preying on her like that. Don't you have any moral scruples at all? Orochimaru just chuckled, we're ninja, Jiraiya, we don't fight fair. Naruto saw the internal debate raging on Tsunade's face as she stood in place. Naruto pointed at Orochimaru, don't listen to him, Barkin. All he'll do is use someone's body to project their souls, they'll be little less than golems. Just like what he did with the Shodaime and Nadaime Hokages during the invasion. Tsunade's eyes flickered with life for a moment. What did you say, Naruto? Naruto kept his steely gaze on Orochimaru and Kabuto. He used his own genin as sacrifices to put the souls of the first two Hokage into their bodies to fight Gigi and Big Boss and Mai Sensei. Tsunade clenched her fists and launched herself at Orochimaru and Kabuto, narrowly missing them both with an earth-shattering punch. Orochimaru looked at her in fury. Tsunade, what are you doing? She cracked her knuckles as Jiraiya stood by her side. You dare come to me after you used my grandfather and granduncle as your own personal slaves. She leaked out a massive amount of killing intent. I would never bastardize Nawaki and Dan's memories by allowing them to be brought back by your perverse jutsu, no matter how badly I miss them. Jiraiya put a hand on her shoulder as he stared at Orochimaru. Come on, Tsunade, we have a snake to kill. Tsunade smiled in response. This has been a long time coming, Orochimaru. Today the Sannin are no more. Naruto chuckled in the background. He may have been great in the past, but I just can't see anything legendary about some pasty-faced pedophile with no arms. Orochimaru had had enough of Naruto's talking. Kabuto, handle the girl and the QB brat while I take Jiraiya and Tsunade. As the three veteran ninja leapt off elsewhere, Naruto and Shizune stared down Kabuto, who had a grin on his face. You two think you can fight me? I can go one-on-one with Kakashi Hatake. Tsunade's servant and the Fullmetal Pipsqueak, you two don't stand a chance. Shizune growled at Kabuto while Naruto clenched his fists. I'm gonna rip your tongue out and lick my ass with it. This statement stunned Kabuto for a second. Wait, what the hell did he just say? Shizune's sweat dropped and stared at Naruto, who caught her disbelieving gaze. Sorry, Shizune-nichan, it was supposed to throw him off, not you two. He looked back at Kabuto, but I do love the fact that you're still underestimating me. I guess you just won't get it through your head until you're laying on your back looking up at me with blood vision. But that's just fine with me. Naruto transmuted his blade arm and crouched down. Nichan, how do you fight? Shizune looked at Naruto. I'm something of a long-range fighter. I do my best at a distance. Naruto nodded. Good, because I like it up close and personal. Get my back, would you? I'll try to make sure he doesn't get close. Shizune nodded as Naruto clapped and transmuted a halberd from the ground and held it at the ready. Shizune pulled up the sleeves of her kimono to reveal her arm pieces with her poison needles. Naruto smiled at Shizune and shrugged. Here goes nothing. Naruto rushed in to engage Kabuto, who just sidestepped Naruto's first thrust before shooting out a backfist that Naruto parried with a resounding crack. Naruto pushed Kabuto back before he launched the Naginator at Kabuto. Kabuto leapt out of the way of his throw just in time to be forced to dodge a massive earth being shot at him by jumping over it. Kabuto landed on top of the upturned earth with a smirk. Kabuto's other hand glowed green as he healed his left hand. That's better. You see, Naruto-kun, you can't beat me by attrition, no matter how tough you are, I'm a medic. No matter what you do I can heal it. Naruto smirked. Well, I have a great medic of my own right here. Shizune-nichan's got my back. Naruto crossed his arms. And you still think I can't beat you, right? Then I guess all I have to do is present you with a booming victory. Kabuto heard a sizzling sound and looked down to find an explosive note almost fully activated. Naruto plugged his ears as he witnessed Kabuto get caught in the explosion. Naruto kept his eyes peeled as he scanned the area around him. Where is he? Not anywhere I can see. Naruto's eyes widened as he transmuted his arm to his rifle and turned around. Shizune-nichan, move now. Shizune ducked to the side as Kabuto came from the ground to take a swing at her with his glowing hands. Naruto took aim at the bespectacled ninja and fired. Shot sniper. Eat this, you team. Kabuto looked up in time to hear the bang from Naruto's automail as he fired a shell of metal from his arm. Kabuto quick drew a kunai and deflected the bullet, however it ricocheted and hit him in the thigh. Kabuto groaned as the burning hot metal set itself into his leg. Naruto set his arm back to normal as he began to clap while Shizune landed next to him. That was an impressive attack, Naruto-kun. Naruto grinned at the praise. Thank you, Nichan. He looked back at Kabuto, who was clutching his leg. As he looked up at Naruto with angry eyes, Naruto smiled innocently. You shouldn't have been talking shit. As Kabuto placed his glowing green hands on his thigh, the bullet was forced out by the repairing muscle and tissue. Kabuto stood up. You can still leave, Naruto. This battle is no place for a child. Naruto raised an eyebrow. I just shot you in the leg. You haven't laid a single hand on me or Shizune Nichan yet. You had to heal yourself twice to keep fighting well, and you still think that I don't belong in the fight. Naruto shook his head. You're retarded, you know that. He looked up at Shizune and gestured to Kabuto. I can't get it into this guy's head. He's like a brick wall, you know what I'm saying. Kabuto growled and ran in to attack Naruto, his hands glowing with the chakra scalpels. Shizune gasped, Naruto, don't let him hit you with those hands, they cut as fine as scalpels inside your body. Naruto nodded, I'm still your diversion though, Nichan. Pick your shot. Naruto ran up to meet Kabuto. Kabuto's first swing was blocked by Naruto's automail arm and the second was backstepped by him. Kabuto kept lashing out with precise strikes. All I have to do is hit him once and he's down for the count. Naruto kept dodging until he allowed Kabuto to thrust his fingers straight ahead before he parried with his metal arm, breaking Kabuto's fingers. Kabuto hissed in pain as he heard a subtle whistling before he jumped away to see needles implant themselves in the ground where he stood. Shizune stood from her place in the battle as she cursed, damn it, I thought that was an opening. She reloaded her arm piece and ran over to Naruto. Naruto transmuted his arm into an axe as Shizune came up next to him. We are kicking his ass, Nichan. This is awesome. XXX. Jiraiya and Tsunade vs. Orochimaru. Jiraiya laughed as he saw Kabuto's attempts at an offensive stall after every attack. It looks like your little mole can't cut it against my apprentice. Too bad for you, Orochimaru. At the rate it's going, this won't last much longer for him. Orochimaru chuckled. Why would you take on a boy like that as your apprentice? Unlike Sasuke Uchiha, he doesn't have the great Uchiha blood that gives the Sharingan. He isn't a genius hailed from day one as the future. Why would you waste such effort on that child? Jiraiya looked down to hear a loud bang as he saw a shell fly from Naruto's arm and hit Kabuto in the leg. All a kid like Naruto really needed was someone to pay him a little mind. Whoever his brother is really needs to be commended for whipping him into shape. You might have been right about him if he never had someone to train him growing up, but the fact is that he did. And because of that I feel that he has even more potential than your little Uchiha. Orochimaru smirked. What was that, Jiraiya? Jiraiya responded, you heard me. This boy knows how to work, he puts his all into it whenever he trains. You've seen him fight firsthand, years of proper training and hard-nosed desire to learn have put him above the pack in his age group. Jiraiya smirked. In fact, if they gave out the title after the Genin graduated, I believe that he would be Rookie of the Year, no question about it. Orochimaru was flustered at the thought of Naruto being better than his choice of vessel. Enough talk, after I kill both of you your brat will be next. He's been a thorn in my side from the day I've met him, killing him now can only help me in the long run. Tsunade set herself for battle, you'll have to kill me to get to him. I won't allow it. Orochimaru cackled, I won't be killing you, Tsunade, I still need you to heal my arms. Jiraiya is expendable however. Jiraiya crossed his arms, the feeling is mutual, I assure you. Orochimaru regurgitated a snake that held Kusanagi and held the sword in his mouth. Orochimaru lunged at Jiraiya quickly to take him out of the battle. Jiraiya dodged his initial attack as Tsunade tried to catch Orochimaru with a punch while he was distracted, but he contorted around her fist and slid back off to a distance. Jiraiya retook his place at Tsunade's side. Even without his arms he's still going to be a problem. Let me try handling him first time. Feel free to jump in whenever you like though. Orochimaru sneered as he shouted out, Kabuto. With me. XXX. Kabuto vs. Shizune and Naruto. Kabuto heard Orochimaru shout from a distance, I'm afraid we have to cut this a little bit short. Naruto ran in to take a swing at Kabuto before he leapt away. I'll cut you a little bit short, you bastard. Naruto and Shizune followed hot on his heels to rejoin the rest of the fight. XXX. Kabuto arrived by Orochimaru's side. Lord Orochimaru. Orochimaru turned to Kabuto as the bespectacled man nodded and bit his thumb. Kuchio's no jutsu. Kabuto summoned a massive three-headed snake as he and Orochimaru stood on the heads. Jiraiya scoffed, "That's all you've got." Jiraiya went through a few hand signs. Doton, Yomi Numa, Earth Release, Swamp of the Underworld. A thick brown swamp appeared under the snakes, submerging them to the bottom as Orochimaru and Kabuto jumped off. Orochimaru growled in anger, "That's it, Kabuto, summon him." Kabuto shot him a disbelieving look. "Are you sure, Lord Orochimaru?" Orochimaru turned a glare on Kabuto. "Are you questioning me, Kabuto?" Kabuto shook his head before activating another summoning jutsu, Kuchio's no jutsu. The group of Konoha ninja jumped back as Jiraiya grunted, "Damn it, he actually summoned him." Jiraiya and Tsunade drew some of their own blood before going through their own summonings. As the smoke cleared, Orochimaru and Kabuto stood on the head of a monstrous purple snake. "What have you summoned me for, Orochimaru? And where exactly are my sacrifices?" Orochimaru smirked, "I will reward you with 100 sacrifices upon the completion of the battle, and I just thought you'd like the opportunity to kill Gamabunta and Katsuyu in battle." Manda seemed to accept this as a decent reason. "Fine, after the battle I fully expect my sacrifices." Tsunade and Shizune stood atop a massive slug summon. "What can I do for you, my lady?" Tsunade looked out at Manda. "We're going to require your assistance in the battle, Katsuyu." "Whatever you need, my lady." Jiraiya and Naruto stood on the top of Gamabunta's head. "Katsuyu and Manda, eh?" Jiraiya nodded. "Yes, but Katsuyu is our ally, just worry about taking out Manda." Gamabunta took a puff of his pipe. "I can finally get that snakeskin wallet I always wanted." Naruto patted Gamabunta on the head. "Boss Toad, what the hell would you put in a big-ass wallet like that anyway?" All three boss summons stood around watching one another until Katsuyu launched the first attack, shooting slime at Manda. Manda used his speed to quickly evade the corrosive liquid that could melt boulder. Manda slid up to Gamabunta, who took out his sword to defend against Manda's venomous bite. As the two massive summons locked up, Naruto looked at Jiraiya, who was simply watching. "Well, I guess I'll have to take the initiative here." Naruto made 3 cage bunshin and sent them atop Manda's head. Orochimaru and Kabuto smirked at this display. "You really think 3 pathetic cage bunshin will be enough so early?" The clones smirked as the lead one spoke. "Not really, but then again we aren't here for you." Boom. The clones exploded on Manda's head and sent him reeling back as Gamabunta dropped his own sword out of shock. Jiraiya looked back at Naruto, who shrugged. "What? Was I not supposed to try and win the fight or something?" Jiraiya laughed. "You're a ballsy little kid, you know that." He refocused on Manda. "Gamabunta, give some oil." As he flew through the hand signs for a fireball, Gamabunta spat up a glob of oil. The two conjoined to make an absurdly large blast of fire. Kaiten, Gamayu Enden, fire release, Toad flame bombs. The fireball hit Manda flush and consumed his body in a torrent of flames, until the body began to flake apart. Jiraiya took notice of that. "That was too easy." Jiraiya widened his eyes. "Kawarimi, Tsunade, look out." Manda came up from behind Katsuyu and wrapped his body around her as he began to constrict. Katsuyu burst into many tiny versions of herself to escape and went off to reform in the distance. Orochimaru narrowed his eyes to stare over at the giant slug. "Where is Tsunade?" Orochimaru got his answer quickly as Manda was hit with a heavy punch from Tsunade. Off on Gamabunta's head, Shizune joined Naruto and Jiraiya. Naruto spoke up with a disbelieving look on his face. "This fight is awesome." Jiraiya grinned. "That's what happens when 3 Sannin are opponents, kid." Naruto gulped. "So this is a cage-level battle." Manda again dug underground and after a moment resurfaced behind Gamabunta, fangs poised to strike. Just as his attack missed, Tsunade used her strength to pick up Gamabunta's sword and drive it through Manda's mouth to pin him to the ground. Tsunade ignored Kabuto and began to pummel the armless Orochimaru, who couldn't muster a defense other than dodging, and it wasn't enough. As Kabuto looked to engage Tsunade to get her off of Orochimaru, he felt a grinding in his back that sent him flying. Naruto had run over from Gamabunta to hit Kabuto with a Rasengan while he had been distracted by Tsunade. Jiraiya and Shizune just looked on from Gamabunta's head. Jiraiya's sweat dropped. "I can't believe he even got that close with that thing so easily." Naruto stood and watched Tsunade continue pounding on Orochimaru. "Wow, Barkin, Orochimaru can't take much more of that kind of beating." Tsunade finally sent Orochimaru flying off of Manda's head to the ground. Tsunade was panting heavily and she overlooked the scene. That better be enough, that really took it out of me. Manda dispelled himself to get himself free of the sword, which placed Tsunade and Naruto on the ground. Naruto saw Tsunade breathing heavily and ran up to her. Barkin, are you okay? Tsunade nodded. I'm fine, just a little rusty, I haven't fought like this in quite a while. Come on, let's go finish this. As Naruto and Tsunade walked over to Orochimaru, Gamabunta and Katsuyu dispelled themselves. Orochimaru shakily made it to his feet as Kabuto limped over to his side. Naruto raised an eyebrow. Wow, you shouldn't even be able to stand up right now. Both of you. Orochimaru glared at Tsunade. This isn't over, I'll be back, and I will have my arms when I do. Orochimaru and Kabuto sunk into the ground and retreated from the scene as Jiraiya and Shizune came over. Jiraiya clapped his hands together. Okay, after that little diversion, what do you say we keep on moving towards home? Naruto and Shizune smiled while Tsunade nodded and the four began to resume the trek back to Konoha. Tsunade looked over at Naruto who was readjusting his cloak to travel. Hey, how did you end up getting that arm by the way? It was pretty useful back there. Naruto looked up at Tsunade. You really want to know? It's a long ass story. It might take quite a while to explain everything. Tsunade smirked. We won't be getting home for a while, we do have plenty of time. That will be all for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below for more videos. Goodbye.